I'm waiting until it gets on YouTube side. Still ain't on there. There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Coin Corner. With my guest tonight, Robert Larson, and hopefully Travis will be here.
Hey, everybody.
I mean, Travis. Yeah, Joe. Hang on a minute. Let me get rid of the echo.
Robert Larson, and hopefully Travis.
There we go. Anyway, Joe Durbin will be joining us in a little bit. He's got family in right now. And maybe a little later we'll have Travis, and hopefully Rivendell will join us for a little bit up here. But a couple of things I want to announce. First thing, first I want to give my condolences to the PV family. My heart and prayers go out to y'all, and we're sorry for your loss. Number two, I want to wish every mama in here a great Mama's Day. I hope you had a great Mother's Day. It's been a kind of a hard day on me. I lost my mom a few months ago, so my sisters and I kind of talked, and it's but she's in a good place, so that's a good thing. So happy Mother's Day, everybody, all of moms in the house and those that ain't here. And number three, I want to announce for next week, we're going to have a giveaway on this channel for my 400 subs, and we're going to do it a little bit different, guys. I'm going to have 3 winners, and they'll be drawn throughout the stream. You know, one at the middle, one at the first, one at the end, maybe. And the 3 winners will have a choice of 2 different giveaways. One will be a choice of a slab coin of my choice. Or if they don't want the slab, you get a choice of a roll of unsearched, at least by me, 60 Ds. So you'll have the choice of one or the other. The 3 winners will. And hopefully we'll all have a good time. And I want to welcome Robert. How are you, Robert?
Hello, YouTube coin community. Yeah, if you don't mind, Alden, I'd like to also take and send my condolences to the PV family. It's a shame. It truly, truly is. And I'd also like to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, young and old out there, the retired ones, the ones that worked their butts off, taking care of buttheads like me. So, hello, everybody. Good to see y'all, and glad to be here.
Well, thank you for being here, Robert. And I want to say hey to everybody in chat. I can't name everybody, but thank you for being here. Mike Wolf, Firecatcher, Young Coin Hunter, good to see you. Of course, Lemonhead Penny, Sherry Ward is here, yes. Of course, Lincoln, Central Coins, my main man. I think I said Mike Wolf. Rudy Alfaro's here. Bill Betts is here. Florina is here. Ooh, hey, girlfriend. Colorado Con Hunting is here. Thank you again. Mike Wolf is here. Rivendell, the great Rivendell is here. Let's see. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But and I know there'll be other people in here. But we're going to talk about some Ikes tonight. There's Joe. Hang on a minute. Welcome, Joe Durbin.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Mothers out there. Good evening, Robert.
Hello, Sir Joe. How are you doing this fine evening, sir?
I'm doing all right. A little wore out. I had family over today.
You mean to tell me you never got your old man's nap in today?
Oh, no.
Hey, I got one for you. I took 2 today.
Well, I just slept half the day. I got you all beat.
Those 2 old men naps, they've gone near made me that long. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube coin community. And by the way, hello, Lemon and Mike. I seen you both say hi. I just didn't want to interrupt. So, hello.
Right. Hi, everybody in chat. Thank you for the warm welcome. I hope everybody's doing well tonight.
Well, I see 2 Ikes on the screen, but somebody's got a bunch of pennies or something up there.
Oh yeah, I'm not prepared, so
That's all right. Before we get started, go ahead and take your time getting prepared because I got a couple coins I want to show.
Oh boy.
And I've already asked Robert about this. I'm going to ask you too. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can. All right, let me change cameras real quick. Okay.
I'm sorry, Colorado, to hear that.
I found about 4 of these in a roll of 64 Ds, nickels. And I want everybody's opinion on what I'm looking at.
Just for a little bit of the context, everybody, he's looking to the east of the primary mint mark.
And in the middle.
Right.
It looks to me from Variety Vista like it's RPM number 4 for the 1964 Denver Jefferson nickel. So if anybody wants to go and look that up.
Lincoln said mechanical doubling. That was not Lincoln.
Lincoln, you're starting to sound like a mod now.
That definitely looks like the vertical bar on the D going right through the middle of there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does to me.
And then to the east side, if you look at the north and the south, you can see the 2 parts of the D protruding.
Yep.
I think it's the number 4. Sherwood says he agrees.
Cool.
And by the way, happy birthday, Colorado Coin Hunter. I didn't know it was your birthday, but
here's another coin with the same. This is a different coin, guys, but it's got that same. If you look to the east and a little bit light in the middle on this one, it's not quite as distinguished as the other one.
yeah, that's not a definite go there, in my opinion. It's got some.
Let me see. I can pull out a couple more here.
I thought it was doing $9.
Uh-huh.
That's I'm taking and slamming the host.
Slamming the host. Hey,
Hey,
there is another one. I think I found 4 of these.
I think you got a couple different dies going on, but
Might be different die states.
If you can look at this one, and this one looks more like a different D.
Okay, everybody, this is the new Eisenhower dollar coming out in 2025. It's got
looks very similar.
yeah.
And here's
the
the
value dies to 5 cents.
Man, we're gonna have so many people. That'll be something that I'm gonna live to regret that.
That you might.
Yep. I'm giving out misinformation.
Okay, and there's another penny I want to look at.
Well, where the heck are the Ikes, man?
Ikes. We'll get
I
to
never come here prepared. Today I got a bunch of Ikes, and now we're looking at pennies and nickels.
These. I got a question about that. I can't remember what I saw on this one.
Well, it's copper. I can tell you that.
It is copper.
Yep. It's a penny. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Looks uncirculated. I can tell you that.
Had a big old die chip. I've seen that.
Big old die chip, and there's the U and the N, and I think that's machine doubling, but I don't know.
Well, it looks like metal push to me, which would say machine doubling potentially. I don't see no serifs broke up.
Okay. All right, this question. All right, let me switch cameras and get back to the Ikes.
Clickbait.
There you go. I like that, Cajun. It's the new Nike. It's a Nike.
Nike. All right.
There you go, Colorado. It's clickbait. That's it. We're supposed to be talking Ikes. It's clickbait. I agree.
Hey, Basehead. Good to see you, sir.
All right. Now we're back on track.
Oh, we got 2 Ikes at least.
Oh, I better find an Ike quick.
Gotta find that out quick, dude.
You hear that big old safe opening there, Alden?
I heard it. I heard it. I heard it.
That was my back creaking, not them doors.
That sounded like the vault safe when I was at the Federal Reserve Bank.
Lord.
Oh. You didn't tell me I needed to bring my hip waders tonight. I figured it'd be deep, but I didn't know that deep.
Well, before we really get started, I'm going to announce one more time. Next week, we're having a big giveaway on this channel. There'll be 3, actually. And there'll be 3 winners. And you'll have your choice between a slab coin of my choice or a roll of 60 D's. So be here. It's for my 400th sub, which I think I'm at 417 now. So be here for that, because it ought to be a lot of fun that night.
I see Alden. I was paying attention to Joe, and I'll tell you what it sounded like. He dropped a whole bag full of diamonds.
Okay, I missed that one, guy.
You'll have to go back and hear the replay.
Yeah, really.
Well, good thing I had my waders on.
I'm barefoot, so.
And I'm going to put a plug in for Lincoln here too, because he has the Ike Dollar discussion group on Facebook. He just posted the link to it. And for anybody that likes Ikes or even curious about Ikes, that's the place to go, guys. I don't do Facebook myself, but
Colorado coin hunting, I will field that question. And as far as I know, I have never seen a 2001 Eisenhower dollar. They may have a 2001 commemorative. Now, I don't know that right off the top of my head, but I can find that out.
I've got the Eisenhower. There's 2 Eisenhower commemorative dollars, and I've got both of them. But I can't. I'd have to look, tell you what year they are.
Yeah, I don't think it was 01, but I could be wrong. I'm thinking here.
I don't think there was either. I think they were back in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I don't remember one. I'll put it that way.
I can dig them out. I've got my slab book out, so
Excuse me.
I think they're both in the slab book, I believe.
You didn't do bad, Mike Wolf, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so either, Mike. But anyway, this 71 I've got here, let me pull it off here. It's under the stove.
1990 were the commemorative bikes.
Yeah.
This is a, hang on a minute. This is a pig leg. 71. This is a silver, by the way, guys. Let me get my camera adjusted. My microscope, maybe I will. Wrong way there, Mr. Davis. I don't know what's going on here, guys. Hang on a minute. There we go. There's the pig.
Oh.
And there's the eye. Maybe this is a pig leg. Maybe it's not.
Go back to the R. Yeah. The R is where you tell your peg leg.
Yeah, I know, but I was looking for the missing.
Yeah, that's the start of a peg leg.
And I've got another peg here, 71 silver. If I can get it out of its capsule. I've got all these in capsules. These are my extras that I don't have in my book or slab. This is another one. This one's got a little bit of milk into it.
That's not a peg.
I always look at the eye for that missing, but yeah, there's your pig leg. It's got a little milkiness to it, but the feels are not too bad. Okay.
Hey, I see an icon. There's 3 Ikes up there now.
Yeah.
See, that's a 72S Joe's. I don't wonder if that's a MS69. I meant proof. I'm sorry. I did say MS. My bad, but I meant proof. But you guys got me beat. I only got a proof 67.
Well, that is a proof 69, I believe. Come on, camera. Proof 69. Let me broaden this camera up a little bit. Hang on a minute, guys. I'm going to have to adjust here a little.
Maybe one of these days, Basehead, but not right now, buddy. But maybe one of these days. But I guess you already know which one that is.
I'm digging out some slabs,
I
guys.
said, what the heck is going on? Sounds like
I'm digging out slabs out of one of my folders.
Oh.
Not that I don't have a few, but I've got a few Ikes here. Oh, just a few. Oh, man.
Hey, I see 25 people watching and only 20 likes. Where's all the people hitting the thumbs up? Come on, folks. Hit the thumbs up. We're showing you a bunch of pretty Ikes.
All right. Now I'm ready. That's a 71 silver. Here's another 71 silver. 69.
Nice. I only got a lowly 67, man.
And here's a 71 clad.
I'll trade you out if you really want a 69, Robert.
That's okay, Josh. Keep that one right there, buddy. Thank you, though. I appreciate you being so kind.
Got a whole box of them if you want.
Huh?
You want
Got a whole box of
well,
them.
that's only an M64. You got me beat. You got me beat there this time, dude.
Well, but there's the MS. We had proofs.
I know.
I don't think Alden's paying attention, Joe.
I don't think he is. Dude. That's not out of the ordinary, I hate to say.
Hey, now.
Oh, did I? I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Here's a 72 proof 69.
Oh, I'm going to jump right ahead of him.
Let me see if I can change the lighting a little bit on that.
You're such a show off.
Who?
I
don't know if that's on top of me.
Well, now you guys will really like this.
Huh?
But this is 73 clad 69.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Very nice, Alden.
Thank you. And here's a 74 silver. P69.
You know what? Bite me, you guys. I just do that to you. Now you can't see the grade.
Now you can't see the grade.
I was just going to say where Robert really doesn't have to move his. We ain't going to touch that fine.
You got a 74 clad?
Better one than that, Joe.
I don't think I have a 74 clad. I don't. I got two. Oh, yeah, I do too, right here. I got a 74 clad, just like yours there, dude.
See? I'll just stay one step ahead of you.
And here's a 74 silver. PS 65. That's an MS 65. It's not a cameo, but and this is a 74 silver PR 69. That's a deep cameo. If my camera will cooperate.
Nice.
I like that joke. 76.
Right on, America. That is funny.
Well, let's see what I've got in 76, Joe. I got a 76 Type 1 PR69 deep cam clad.
Yep.
And I've got a 76 Type 2 PR69 clad.
Yeah.
And a
You got type 3?
no, I got the silver
I want to see.
PR69. I don't have the Type 3. I wish.
There you go. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. We've already taken the start of a new subject, but
Oh, Robert's got a nice one up there.
same one. I haven't changed coins.
Oh, you ain't changed it? I thought you changed. I thought that was a type. No, it's all right. I've got some of them in my other book in there.
I'd like to see it.
I'll show it to you. I'll go get it in a minute.
Okay, you go get that and you show me it.
I won't show you a Type 3, but I'll show you a nice one.
This is not a Type 3.
Oh,
Oh, no, that's the one that you discovered.
I didn't discover this, no, sir.
that is that coin that you're thinking.
But it is the Type 1 on a proof Eisenhower dollar.
Right.
That's what I said. If you got one, I'd like to see it.
No, I don't have one. That's a very expensive little coin, a big coin right there.
Well, I was going to say, you showed me you've got every other one. You need this one bad, Alden.
Bad, yeah. My pocketbook don't need it as bad as I do, but
Hey, you won't have a pocketbook if you buy it.
that's the truth. Me unemployed right now anyway for the next 6 more weeks. I'm on furlough for 8 weeks. And there's another one.
Excuse me.
There's a 78 69 deep cam cloud.
Yeah.
You get the same one. Oh, yep.
I was just going to answer Rivendell. I took and I think I actually have used maybe couple $200 to $400 in Ikes, and the only reason I did it, Rivendell, was to give tips to waitresses back in the day when $1 was a good tip. It sort of gave them a thrill. I mean, some would look at me funny, some would smile, some would laugh, some thought they were rich.
Right.
Huh.
I'm not sure if I've ever spent one, but I've given a whole bunch of them away, like you just said. Different
Yeah.
reasons, different people, but yeah.
There's a lot of people that I've told this story to, but what started my love of bikes? I was a kid back in the late 60s, and living in Maine, I used to shovel people's driveways and walkways and things like that. And a lot of the little old ladies would give me an Ike dollar for shoveling out and shoveling them out. And $1 back in 68, 69, 70, that was a lot of money. Well, not 68, 69, but 70 through 70, probably 74 when I quit doing it. That was a fistful of money. If you had a pocket full of Ikes, you had some money in your pocket.
And you had a list too.
Huh?
I said, and you had a list as well.
Yeah, yeah. I walked with a limp.
Right.
But and so that's started it because I just loved that feeling in my pocket of having 7 or 8 Ikes in my pocket. And when I got into coin collecting a few years ago, it was one of the things I had to have was, just a big collection of Ikes. Then I met Lincoln, and man, I really got spoiled then.
Nice, Joe. What year is that?
72
Okay.
proof.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is start going through some of these on the scope because the ones that's not in slab naturally. But.
This is a gift from Lincoln.
Oh wow!
I believe he said it was on both sides. I don't remember. I don't have it written down, but let's look.
I just like looking at them, especially the fields. When the fields are real clean, that amazes me. As big a coin as these are.
I agree.
Let me get one out of here. Kind of see if I can find a nice one to put under the scope. There's a nice one right there. Silver.
Maybe it was just on the obverse. I don't remember.
Here, you want the screen? Let me give you the screen, Joe.
Oh, I don't need the screen. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Let me
Now I see it on the obverse. But it's nice.
Now, I don't know if any of these have any varieties or anything because I've never checked them for it. I just, these are all blue and brown Ikes that I just put in capsules. I've got some in the original stuff in my safe, but these I just took out because I ran out of room, to be honest with you.
I told you I could rent you some space, but
I'm getting ready to buy another safe.
why do that? I'll give you a heck of a deal. Just the percentage.
1 coin a month.
That's right. Of my choice.
Kidney was trying to get me to send him a bunch of my collection just for him to hold for a couple of years, he said.
Right. Yeah, remember you pay for the 20 center and send
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was funny.
Hidden's a lot of fun.
He is. He's a nut, just like we are. Robert, Joe, if you see anything, let me know because I don't know what the heck I'm looking at.
I'm looking. Put yourself on the big screen or
Hang on a minute.
bigger.
Bigger screen.
There you go.
Now, are you looking at raw or you got them in slabs here?
These are raw.
Okay.
These are all silvers that I'm looking at. They're all 40% silver.
Uh-huh.
So they're all proof.
Well, no, 40% can be a...
Well, no, that's true. I've got some. You're right. I've got some business, right? I do. But this is a proof.
Yeah. I can sort of tell that.
I have a mint mark I need you to look at since I have you here tonight too, Robert.
Well, go ahead and put it up, Joe. Let me give you the camera.
On a buffalo nickel.
Okay.
Here you go. It's all yours, brother.
Thank you, Alden.
You're more than welcome, my friend. Hope everybody in chat's having a good time. Yes, Sherry Wood.
What year am I looking at, Joe?
Thank you.
What's that?
What year am I looking at?
38D.
That's wild looking. I don't know. It looks like to me it took a hit.
Rotate that just a little bit.
Whoop.
I'm glad you boys know a lot more than I do.
Jeez. More?
No, that is interesting, Joe. But you know what? It sort of kind of has the resemblance of another mint mark. If you're looking to the west,
Right.
You know what? I've seen those before. I don't know if that is damage to the die, Joe, or I've never seen a listing. I can tell you that. And Buffalo's, especially, no, Lemon, I got a 3. I can show you that. But the 3 is a lot more pronounced. This one, I've seen this variety before looking. So, I mean, I used to do nothing but look at the 38Ds because they were so productive.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost blown it too close, Joe.
Right on. Let me pull it back some. Oh, jeez, everything's moving.
Yeah, Rivendell, we're back to those 5-cent Ikes.
Oh, yeah, I should have stayed on.
Michaels.
Hey, Bigfoot. Sherry Wood, I want to thank you for your card and the gift. The gifts, I should say. I appreciate both very, very much. Very special to me. Thank you. I meant to thank you yesterday for that.
I don't know.
With all that was going on, I didn't get to.
Looks like a nice looking nickel, Joe, but I don't think I can give you one, even though, you know, I've seen it before. I could almost bet you money I've got one of those somewhere, and I could show you the exact same die because I held on to it, wondering and thinking what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, yeah, that's a nice nickel, 66.
Yeah, I could tell it was nice just looking at the.
Well, the person I sold it to thought it was a D over S. I didn't think so, and he asked if I'd have you look at it. And so,
What year is that, Joe?
38D.
Oh, 38.
And I saw something there, but I did not see anything that looked like the D over S to me. So,
A 5-cent Ike.
I'd say it's definitely not a D over S.
that was my opinion too. Thanks, Robert.
Here's a well, no, it's an S. I thought that was a D. It's an S. 74, but it's not the best. It's not cameo by any means. Huh. I thought that was a business strike till I put it into the scope. I didn't look at it through my loop. I'll get rid of that one real quick. Robert, if you got anything you want to show, because I'm hogging the camera here.
Oh no, you go right on ahead. I'm sitting back enjoying it.
I'm just looking at some mics, guys.
They got a 6 now. Oh, you know what? Lemon said they got a 6. Is that on Lemon? Is that on Wexler's site? I have a feeling, you know what? It seems to me I did see an expansion, Joe, and there might be. Let me go look at that.
RPM on there.
Yeah, on that RPM. God, let's see here. Yeah, see now, and that's sort of funny, and I don't agree with him. He's got WRPM 14, which a lot of people consider that OMM, as it's a known OMM. But let me see here. I seen what Lemon said. Oh, he's got Variety Vista. Let me see if I'll go to Variety Vista in just a second.
Sherry Ward, thank you, ma'am. You're a doll. Thank you for your shout out. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, see, okay, I'll have to go to Variety Vista because I don't see it on Wexler's.
It's a nice one.
He said
Whoops. I'm sorry, I didn't mean hard camera guy.
number 6 is what he thought on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't see what I'd like to see. Yeah, no, number 6 is going to the east. That one that I was looking at with Joe was going to the west, Lemon. Yeah, the one that Joe's shown was going to the west. And all these, the only ones going to the west, now they got number 5. You can see what number. Even that 5, it's there's too much on the center where Joe's didn't have that. The 3 is just too strong. I don't have a 3 available to put up there. I'd show you guys.
like the feels on that coin.
Looks nice.
Yeah, the feels are clean on this one. This is another raw coin, by the way. I mean, it's a proof, but look at the flip side of that and see what the back side looks like. I've not checked the reverse on this one.
You're welcome, Sherry. You're awesome.
I thank you, Jerry, for everything you've done, Sherry Wood, for me. I appreciate it too. I appreciate everybody in chat. I really do. I thank you for coming to the stream. We like to have fun on Sunday night, kind of let our hair down and just
Right on.
enjoy ourselves.
We appreciate you too, Alden. We're not positive why yet, but we appreciate I think it's just
Got a weak strike on the back on the reverse.
well, we don't have to talk about we were, whatever. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, just leave that. Give it the silence it deserves, Joe.
I will. I had to come back. I had involved your bride. So
Oh, Lord. Took a hit right there in the wing, it looks like.
good to see you, Fire Cage, and I hope you're hanging in there down there, buddy.
Good to see you, Fire Cage.
Keep your spirits high.
Rivendell, if you want to come up, let me know. Trav, whoever, if you want to come up and holler at us, love to have you. Just let me know and I'll put the link in. Let's see. Let's look at a bicentennial. I ain't seen one of them close up in a while.
Quarter or half?
Oh, half $1. Quarter or a half. What am I going to do with you, Joe?
Oh gosh, you gotta have fun. No, that wasn't me, Rivendell. He said something about a weak strike, and I was gonna say that's what his wife told me, but
But I know better.
I left her alone.
I know she wouldn't have said that.
No, not to you.
My ex-wife might have, but
not to you, buddy.
in the corner, Joe. Chop, chop.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, hey, Robert, since I have you here too, thank you for the church token.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
I don't even know Rivendell. Let me throw it up there.
One of the coolest things that I have. I just love it.
There's a link, Rivendell.
is that the one that had Joe on it?
Yeah, St. Joe's Church.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Ooh, that's not pretty, is it? Ooh.
There you go. Yeah, St. Joe's Church.
Oh, I love that, Joe. Here, let me give you the camera a minute. That's cool. Whoops, wrong one. There you go, Joe. That is cool. I love that.
I seen it, Joe, and I thought I had to get that for you.
That was awesome. So everybody, that's an old church token that Robert Lawson got for me and sent.
Well, what amazed me is the story behind it. I did not know what church tokens were until you all were talking about it the other day. I learned something completely I had no idea about.
I didn't know either, Rob. Hidden was telling us that they were communion tokens.
Yeah, I thought that was cool because I had no clue about that.
Yeah.
And that's how they knew that you were a church member when you went up and got communion. I don't know.
Yeah, I like where they shortened St. Joseph's to St. Joe's. That's pretty cool.
Right?
Well, that's why I got it.
No.
Because
I'm not sure when I'm going to have my first service, but be on the lookout.
Be on lookout. Yeah, it's on its way.
Yeah, as soon as I get my 501c taken care of.
Oh, man.
But thank you, Robert.
you're welcome, Joe. And you know what? Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're
Rivendell.
Hey, Rivendell.
Hey, Rivendell. Where are you?
Mute YouTube. Hold on a minute, guys.
All right. I want to get rid of that one. That's a little on the ugly side.
Oh, Robert.
There we go. Hey, guys.
Rub it in. Good to see you, Rivendell.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm not going to spend that much time here. I'm really not an Ike expert at all. In fact, I have my good old brain here to kind of brush up on what Ikes are all about because I really don't know a whole lot about them.
Lincoln is my man I go to on my Ikes. Of course, I go to Joe and
Here, I'll do this.
Robert too, but Lincoln's is my man there now.
Yep, Lincoln is well versed in the Ikes.
He sure is.
So is Robert, but Lincoln is just.
Robert's just a walking encyclopedia. What are you talking about? And Rivendell knows his stuff. This is a fact.
Well, let me ask you this. This is kind of a rhetorical question about the Ike. We refer to it as the Ike dollar, but it was really issued to commemorate the Apollo 11 landings. So should we not sometimes refer to it as the Apollo 11 dollar versus the Ike dollar?
Good question. But the Ike dollar come out before. No, it didn't. You're right. It came out in 71, and that was in 69. You're right.
Well, I think the original legislation, I should look it up in Green Walls right here. The original legislation was to commemorate the Apollo landings, and Eisenhower had died. I don't know, soon after or soon just before. Well, let me look that up. You know, I should have. I came unprepared.
That's cool. That's a cool observation. I never thought of that.
Well, let me take and sort of kind of answer that with another question. I mean, what would you call the Kennedy half dollar then?
Right.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Well, the Kennedy half dollar was, in a sense, to commemorate his assassination.
It was.
It was. That was the absolute reason. It's in the article when they made it. But my only point is, you're right in what you're saying. It's to commemorate both Eisenhower and the Apollo 11. So,
Yep.
But it was the dollar. It was intended for circulation because we had a need for circulation. And what a lot of people don't realize is most of the need for circulation of, say, dollar coins is primarily Vegas.
That was where many of the peace dollars ended up too, if I'm not mistaken.
Your peace
In the machines. In the dollar slots.
Exactly. And they needed something. And in fact, that's what the reasoning for the size of the Ike is. A lot of people don't realize how many million, well, it depends on the decade, but it could be thousands, millions, billions of dollars it takes to retool all of the vending machines for new currency. That's why when they came out with the Susan B. Anthony and they converted over to the Sacagawea, however you pronounce it, they had to make the metal torque gave off the same electro something. I'm not that technical, guys, but it had to be the same electrical magnetic thing to where it worked in the same slots.
That makes sense. And just the weights were different for like the vending machines.
So the coinage wasn't by the people, for the people, of the people. It was by the vending machines, for the vending machines, of the vending machines.
That's correct. Actually, today it is. Initially, it was, but initially, if you look at the original, go back to the Federalist, the United States only had the legal authority to make gold and or silver coins, but that's been adjusted because they needed small change. However, if you really look into it, in I believe 1792, when the first half dism, I guess they called it, was made, and if you work through that and look at the first coinage, it was silver or gold. The pennies never came along till later, a couple years, or a year, I'm sorry. But the first coinage was a half dism, I believe.
Yes. I believe you are right. 1793, two.
Yep. I believe. That is not a pattern coin. Let me just clarify that.
Here, I don't want to feel like the odd man out. I'll put an Ike under mine.
Badger. What's the year on that, Alden?
1990.
That's what Joe said. I thought that's what it was myself, too.
And I think there's one other one. I don't know if I have it handy or not. Let me look real quick.
I guarantee you there's another one. I don't know what year that is, but I assure you there's another one, and I believe it's a silver. Might even be
I got the wrong book. Okay, hang on.
Those guys stuff mutant. He's out looking for the other one, I bet. Here is that right there.
No, that's what I'm doing, huh?
What did we do?
I say we're trying to figure out what the other commemorative Ike is.
Well, you have the proof and then the business strike, both in 90. But what do you? Another one? What do you mean?
I was thinking there was another one. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, there was just the proof strike or the regular strike. So there's two. You know, that's just the regular commemorative. If I remember correct.
Okay. Blue Lemon, do I win a prize for that? You want to send me something for being correct on that date?
Oh, really? All right, I found my other one. Let's see. Now, good.
For the bonus question, was it a half dozen?
What?
Hey, Mike Badger. Good to see you, buddy.
I don't think there was another one, but I don't see it.
I could have swore there's another one. I'm trying
I
to
see it too.
but it might even be before 19. Could be thinking that the one you have might be the second one.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So I'm not gonna say I'm not as well versed as somebody else would.
Well, for proposed coinage, there was the Birch cent, right?
Honestly, I'm talking about legal tender lemon. I'm not talking about patterns.
Yeah, not the metal. Yeah, I know they had them nice commemorative medals, like, but not.
Oh, I've got too many coins out here. I can't keep track. No, it's the only one I have, and that, of course, is in a prestige set. Well, that's not the best view of this.
Okay.
Pretty coin, though. I could have sworn there's another one, Robert. Maybe I'm wrong. I could get out the book and look.
No, I don't believe there was a silver in a clad either. It was just they had the cameo proof and then the non-cameo.
Yeah, because I don't think they made a $50 in that one either, Joe.
No, it wasn't.
Alden, what organization was the Eisenhower commemorative sponsoring? Did some of the money go to a presidential library? Did it go to a...
Hang on a minute.
Are you talking about the Ikes itself?
No, the commemorative that Alden's showing. I know a lot of times those are...
Didn't that go to the Eisenhower home?
I honestly, I don't know.
I believe it went to the Eisenhower home.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
They built a museum there.
Well, he was certainly a terrific president and
I may
leader.
be
He's
wrong on that.
deserving of having his portrait on a coin, I think.
Right.
Which I suppose brings up a question: who do you think will be the next president on a U.S. coin? I don't even want to go there. That's going to open up a whole can of worms.
Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. I'll show you next person.
Will it be Alden Davis on the next coin?
No, Alden Davis.
Robert Lawson, I'd vote for that.
No, I would never. I'd be like
Long box of silver, guys. Hang on. I'll show it to you if I can find it.
World War II was won because of Ike. Yeah, this Supreme Allied Commander.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, Patton did a pretty good job on his fronts.
Oh boy, did he, huh?
All right, here's the next person.
A little different warfare, though, I think.
There you go.
You think the Donald will be the next one? Is that legal tender, Alden?
Yeah, sure it is. For Guatemala,
Can
maybe.
be spent in any of his casinos?
For Guatemala, maybe. Trying to get the light right. I don't know.
What is the country that produces all sorts of? Is it Liberia or all sorts of
I
plaid
think it is.
coins and?
The ones that have all the. I think you're right. I think it is or Libya, Liberia, something.
Yeah,
Some of them are just laughable.
Tuvalu, and they make the Star Trek dollar
yeah, the Tuvala or
like that.
Tulo or however you say it. Yeah.
And his reverse got the queenie on it. And it's Tuvalu. If I can get the camera to focus.
Trying to think where them guitar coins and motorcycle coins.
Yeah.
Oh, Somalia, yeah.
Somalia, there you go, yeah. So there, a bunch of them countries over there just make these goofy commemorative coins to sell in our markets, I think.
Well, they do. That's the exact reason.
I mean, they have the new Russian coin out, the new Russian Coca-Cola coin, really?
I wonder when they're going to start making them out of bottle caps.
Really.
They have to look like bottle caps.
Good question. You know, it would probably never happen because of the whole seigniorage issue, but wouldn't it be something if the U.S. produced a silver coin, like a $20 coin? It would never catch on, but it would have to have maybe a quarter ounce of silver in it. But at least you have currency. Well, I don't want a currency. At least you have money with some sort of metallic value.
Well, see, that was what that. In fact, he just won his case, but that what do you call it, the Liberty dollar? That's what he was arguing and fighting about when he was making silver coins, making the denominations fit the silver value.
Oh, the Northfed?
Yeah, Northfed.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like I said, he won his case, guys, by the way, in case nobody heard about that.
Really?
Yeah, that just happened within the last 5 years, I believe.
But those coins wouldn't be legal tender, would they?
No, they're
They
not.
can be accepted by anybody who wants to accept them as an medium of exchange.
Well, see, now here's the funny part. In 2011, they just changed the law. And I found this very interesting because prior to 2011, you, by law, were required to accept coins and currency from the United States government as legal tender for all debts, public and private. Now, in 2011, they changed that law because I just looked at it. And with that, they don't have to no more, guys, unless it's an already debt, unless it's a debt. In other words, if you go to a restaurant and if they say you can only pay with a credit card, as long as you're notified prior to, they can take and they can refuse your money.
That makes sense because I think there are some restaurants up here that are saying we'll let you do takeout, but we're only going to accept card payments, and you have to pay online. We don't want your money. We don't want your cash and your currency.
Well, the argument they're having around here, now I don't know about where you're at, but around here is that with card payments, it makes it extremely difficult for the people running the cash till to rip off the restaurants.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
that's true.
I'm sorry. I know this was an Ike discussion. As I said, if I come on here, I'm just going to jibber jabber. I'm going to go off on these strange tangents. So I'll hop off. But
this is what we do on Sundays.
Yeah, we start out with the coin, and we'll look at a lot of it, and we try to keep it on topic as far as coin and currency. But I mean that's what this is about. It's not just about one particular coin.
I like your topics you're bringing up, Rivendell, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, and it's something that's not talked about a lot, Robert.
Right.
Well, see, that's the problem. And, I've got a lot of opinion about this, the money being spent right now. And to try and discuss that without getting political, a lot of people have a problem with that. But I think, sorry, but screw being political. I don't know how I know how they're doing it, but why they're doing it is
the long-term outcome is going to be hard on a lot of people.
Well, it's going to be hard on all of us because we're all going to be paying for it.
Yep. And our kids and our grandkids. I mean,
well, we're going to find that out now, aren't we?
Well, yeah.
Well, history shows. I mean, look how in debt some countries were during World War II, and they're still paying on them debts. Some of them are. And
unless they get forgiven, like the United States did. Japan
exactly.
did the same with Germany.
Right.
And I don't know how many other countries the United States forgave the debts. Who's to say that it's not our turn to get our debt forgiven?
Yeah, really. Because a lot of our debt is
get that line with all them debt forgiven.
Bigfoot wrote, "There'll be digital fiat binary code collector someday."
Joe gave me debt. Forgiveness. I sent him 18,000 chickens. I mean, so
Well, for crying
he's like, no more chickens. I'll forget your debt, but
18,000 is a little extreme, Alden. I mean,
I meant 100, but 18 chickens and an egg.
no more eggs.
Would you believe minus 18? Now I'm starting to sound like Get Smart.
Well, the way the meat market's going, if you have chickens, that might be better than cash.
Oh, I swear. But yeah, it is amazing how everything is going digital money and all that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about digital money.
Well, I mean, I go to stores now where they don't. I mean, you come up with cash, you give your dirty look.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Well, do you think since like my daughter's generation, I mean, she hasn't lived without there being any kind of digital currency.
right.
Do you think eventually that could negatively impact our hobby, since we have, and one of the reasons why I enjoy coin collecting is because I grew up in the 70s as a kid. It was great seeing the coins. And like I said, I rarely saw an Ike as a circulation thing. I had my first Ike that I got was a gold-plated one that my dad gave me because somebody had given it to him. And I thought it was more of a curiosity, but I never really saw Eisenhower dollars used, at least in my household, as cash. You know, I didn't get paid. I get paid my allowance in quarters or dollar bills, not in Ikes. So I wonder if this generation, since it is becoming less and less a hands-on economic generation as far as coins and currency, if maybe they're going to be less apt to enter the hobby because coins are kind of not really near and dear to them.
Maybe.
Either that, or it could go the other way. I mean, if they do, you know, like say eliminate the penny or cut down on mintages because of low circulation, it could get people interested in it, because then, you know, coinage turns into an antique or something to collect.
Sure. What is this interesting thing? Yeah.
So I mean, you know, there's two ways of looking at anything.
Well, that's a lot of that. The circumstantial type, let's say, collectors, though, they only last for a few years and then they're out. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when certain things happen, let's say the W quarters, a whole bunch of people start. Well, in a year or two, like even now, you can go to the mint and buy the W quarter. You don't have to find it. I think they want like $30 a piece for them, but the 2020s you can buy right from the mint. I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
I haven't got any 2020. I got a collection of the 19.
Right. Then you had to find the circulation.
Well,
and they have a little disclaimer, you know, well, these are, you know, were bagged coins, so they're going to have nick marks, whatever. But yeah, you can buy a W right from the mint, which
I didn't know that.
Well, it kind of defeated the purpose of the whole thing that they were doing, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, you'd think if you can buy them straight from the mint.
Yeah. Well, I hope Ryder, is that the mint director's name? I don't recall. I hope he does something, because the last home run this nation had, I would argue, was the state quarter program, because you could collect those, you could get them from your change. Right. I would love for the mint to come up with something like that again. Will they? I don't know. And if they do, I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, they'd have to put the thinking caps on that one, because the state quarter program would be hard to beat, because it really got a lot of people that completely never thought of coin collecting into coin collecting.
Right.
And with that being said, I want to go back to Rivendell's original question. Think about it. How much practical use do you have for a Model A, Model T Ford? They're just collectible. People buy them just to collect them, and the prices are a whole lot more than what they was when they were first built.
Yeah, I say.
go to looking at, I mean, I don't care what it is throughout history, you know, any kind of antiquity is collectible. And what you guys just said about the quarters, as far as the state quarters, and what Joe was saying, we probably brought in 10 million people into the hobby, and a lot of them left, as Joe said. However, if only 1% stayed,
Right.
that grew the hobby, pretty exponential, because you still had the basic ones. And then how many times, I mean, now I don't know about you guys, but I can speak for myself here. When I was young, I got into the hobby. Well, for a time, because of family, girls, things like that, I got away from it for some years, maybe even a decade or so. But then I got back into it. It's like it's almost in your blood.
Right.
So I think that's the way I look at it.
But you know what? That 1% that maybe stuck with the hobby, now then that's 1% less of whatever percentage of all these coins are left to be collected, because there's that many more collectors and next year. So I think the values are going to continue to go up on certain things, other things, who knows? Varieties and errors, I think, is really taken off.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because so many people, I think, have just collected, the basic stuff that they're looking for something else.
I've seen a surge of interest in the older colonial. I mean, the older money. Like the cap bust and the walking liberty, the seated liberty. I've seen a lot of interest in that, especially following the eBay sales, which I do that quite a bit.
Right.
I just check see what's sold, what's selling, what it's selling for, and I see a trend for the old constitutional money. That's what I didn't mean colonial, I meant constitutional, but the older constitutional money is picking up steam. It seems like that, and varieties and error.
Seems like there's a lot more on there. Like a lot of people are. I mean, there's a certain coin I can rattle off. I can't think of them right now, but they're all over the internet. But every one of them has detailed grade slab coins, and it's just like, wow. I mean, I've never seen so many detailed coins, and it's all that early. Like you say, it could be the cap bust or the halves. I mean, or the bust halves or dimes.
Right, the bust halves and stuff. It's hard to find one with solid grade on it. I mean, like I've got an AU. I think I've got an AU 50 and AU 55, and in the early, like 1820. I think I've got an 1823 and 1825. And I mean, those coins are hard to find. And if you do find them, you're going to pay for them, because most of them are detailed now.
Well, you're right, Alden. I kind of wonder if the top tier grading companies are going to begin to come around a little bit, because there was a time in our hobby where cleaning was accepted. It wasn't commonplace, but it was accepted. People cleaned coins, and you're right. It's hard to find something a nice coin pre, say, 1850. Just as a random year, that hasn't been cleaned. And if you do, you're paying through the nose for it.
Yeah, you're going to pay through the nose. Welcome, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Lincoln.
Hi, Anna.
Thank you. Lincoln, let's get Alden in one day. I'll give away a PCJS PR 69 deep cam Ike of my choice.
And I'll give away a silver bell too.
Wow. I'm having a big giveaway next weekend, so.
Lemonhead says taboo the cleaning. Yeah, well, now it is, but
yeah,
there was a time when it really wasn't.
It's not as important to some people as others now, but I mean, it is taboo to a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if it's harshly cleaned, I get it. But if something was dipped 100 years ago, and you don't see the hairlines, and it's a nice example of a coin, and if you're a type collector or you just like the coin, it doesn't bother me that much, really.
I agree.
That's just me.
Yeah, I've got some older coins that were, with older cleans. I'm talking like mid 1800s. It's got older cleans that don't bother me really.
Right.
But raw coins too. I know they've been cleaned, but you can tell they're an older clean because they still get a lot of patina on them.
Sure.
Robert has taught me a lot about that, just watching him and his auction.
Okay, I can tell you guys, I have seen the 1804 silver dollar that was the king of Siam or wherever he was. And they give that a mint state grade. And I'll tell you what, that thing's been cleaned so many times, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
The same with the 1933 double eagle that sold. That thing, I'll tell you what, that person who had that, and he was a king, maybe he's the king of Siam, and I don't know, the 1804 and the 33, I can't remember. But
The 33 was the king of Egypt, I think.
yeah, well,
Farouk.
Farouk, thank you. He took, and I tell you what, that boy, I mean, even though I know he didn't, I'm being very sarcastic here, but it almost looks like he had a Brillo pad to it.
The pedigree probably way outweighs any cleaning that was done to it, no matter how harsh, right?
Well, what makes me upset is that they give it a mint state grade.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. That should be on there.
Yeah, it should.
So that, yeah, in that case, I'll say the cleaning is market acceptable. But if Alden finds a nice capped bust half that's been cleaned, then it's detail grade.
Well, now here's something, I don't know if I talked to you guys about it, but I know in the coin business, there's been a few dealers that's been complaining because PCGS has got a whole new group of graders, and they're a little bit younger, and stuff that used to go in that we're talking about, the older type capped things of that nature, they used to come back with straight grades. Now, if there's even so much as a hairline on it, they're taking and they are coming back as detail graded and they're cleaned and yada, yada, yada. But I'm also seeing, and you know what, this may be something that Lincoln Central would want to look into, and anybody else here who's got the proof 69s or mint state 69s, send them back in because these young kids might throw a 70 out there one of these days.
Right.
Yeah, I've thought about regrading a few of my 69s for that very reason.
Isn't that why some people like to purchase, particularly at the Morgans, with the old PCGS holders, because they can crack them open, resubmit them, and get a better grade because they were so conservatively graded 20 years ago.
Especially the Rattlers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to go back to 30 years. But I know you're talking about the old Rattlers. But I've seen them accurately graded. I can tell you, I took and I helped go through a lot. It was about $1 million collection, maybe 6-8 years ago, of gold. And they had almost every piece of gold was a minimum of 1 point and as high as 3 points undergraded.
Wow. You're talking a lot of money there, especially on gold.
There was one that 3 points had a 6-digit implication.
Oh my God. See, that sometimes I wonder if the graders are afraid to give it that extra little oomph there or something just because of the price jump sometimes. You know, because that one grade or whatever you can be talking thousands of dollars sometimes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Ike's going from 69 to 70. That's a huge jump.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd like to see what that price would be.
Right.
Because Lincoln says he wants a proof 60 decam. We'll work on that, Lincoln.
Well,
We'll pass the hat around.
I think it's a 70.
About Ike's, take an Ike, a PR 69 is $50 to $100 coin, where a 70 is $1,000 to $1,500.
Yeah.
1 point.
Yep.
With fields and stuff, there's so much on an Ike that can go wrong.
Yeah. And that's just a human eye looking at it and coming up with one little nick, one little bag mark, one little whatever.
Well, take that 71 I've got up right now. If you look at the left side of that, our left side of that coin, I mean, that field is perfect. But on the right side, you see a little bit of chatter. And that doesn't have the top. That's just the coin inside the lower part of the case. So, I mean, a coin like that might bring a 68 or a 69. But if that field on both sides look like that left side with that frosting, that might make a 70.
Yep.
Thank you, Lonnie, for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Lanny.
Take care, Lenny.
Lenny. Okay, sorry.
Lanny, yeah. Thank you for being here, bro. Well, I appreciate everybody that's in chat. and everybody that stopped by and hit the like or unlike button. I noticed I got one or two of them, but that's fine. I'm glad you're here, and I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, y'all. I try to leave you that one down every week.
It's you, Urban.
Oh, that was a good one, Joe. I like that.
Oh, you know I love you, buddy.
I know you do, and I do you as well. You know. By the way, I like my hockey puck. That's what I'm using here.
We're good.
I love that thing. Hey, there's Captain Jerk. Woo.
Hey, Captain Jerk. Good evening.
How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, I'm glad everybody's here. But yeah, we were talking about digital money and stuff. That scares me sometimes. If the government wanted to shut everything down, I mean, you'd be broken a click of a button.
Oof.
That's one of the reasons I keep silver and cash in my safe. Not a lot, but a little. Enough to get me through a week or two, anyway.
That's right, Lincoln.
What you say? In earplugs.
I sent them a set of earplugs for Wednesday night's auction.
Oh, Joe, I meant to tell you, brother. Friday night when you broke up that damn whistle,
Yeah.
I had a set of earbuds in and I had it cry because I'm hard of hearing, but I hear high noises real well. I heard that thing off so quick the first time you blew that. I heard it ringing for 10 minutes. I just had to tell you that.
Alden's like a retriever. You gotta have that dog whistle, and he'll hear it.
Try not to be too loud with it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord! I was like, "Uh-oh, we found a new toy. I'm in trouble now."
Well, here's a what-if question that indirectly comes from Breen's topic of Ikes. He said that when the Mint wanted to create this coin to commemorate the Apollo 11 landings and eventually Eisenhower, they had to decide what coin would do it. And they didn't consider the penny or the nickel or the dime. And they couldn't, congressionally, they couldn't put any of this on the $50. Well, they couldn't take Kennedy's portrait off the $50 because of the 25-year rule. So that's why they went to the dollar. But I wonder if Kennedy hadn't been assassinated. This is another one of the what-if questions. If Kennedy hadn't been assassinated and we continued with a Franklin half, I wonder if we would be seeing an Apollo 11 Eisenhower $50 that would have replaced the Franklin $50. I don't know.
Well, at that stage in 71, now we all know that Nixon took us off the gold standard. However, back in 64, they were taking silver out of the market because, remember, they did make the 64 Denver peace dollar. I think a lot of that is actually, I think it's, quite a bit political, you know what I mean, of the day.
Wouldn't that have been something if that had been issued, the 64 peace dollar?
What do you mean?
If they went ahead with the 64 peace dollar and decided to formally issue it, because it was some were minted and they were immediately melted. Yes.
Well, they was able to mint 300 and some thousand, but yes,
and in 64 we were still minting silver coins. So imagine if in 64 the mint said, "Let's produce a 90% silver dollar, and we'll put the peace motif on it," and actually went ahead with it.
But they were going to, because here again, the vending companies, they needed the dollar coin because they were running out of Morgans and peace dollars. Okay, a lot of people hoarded them because of the silver content.
Sure.
And they were going to go ahead and produce the peace dollar, but as you just said, or somebody pointed out, maybe out in the chat, that with 64, they were wanting to reduce or remove silver because they wanted to get off the gold standard. So I think it was all just a political debate, to be honest. So what do we see in Ike? Probably still. I'd have to say yes, even if we wouldn't have lost. I don't know, because Kennedy had a big impact on that reverse.
I read somewhere, Robert, where they decided not to go with the 20. I mean, yeah, the 64 a piece dollar because of the price of silver, and they wanted to get off the gold standard. I read that somewhere. I just could not tell you where. It was in an article I read.
Well, you have to remember, back in 64, the United States government was still pricing silver and gold.
Right.
Right.
So it kind of makes sense.
Thank you, Oz.
Hey, Oz.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, CBS. Hello, Carlos.
Hey, CBS.
And what I mean by Kennedy influencing the reverse of the Ike, and I believe the reason it got on there is because of his assassination, and the Apollo mission was under his, he's the one who wanted that, for the United States to make it to the moon.
Right.
Right.
Space race, so to speak. Wow, kind of, yeah.
Right. So everybody was sympathetic to that part of the Eisenhower dollar. Heck, that might be the particular reason, now that you bring it up, Rivendell, and I'm just doing some critical thinking, that might be the absolute reason why it even made it, or the Ike dollar even made it out there.
It's possible.
Again, I'm just thinking. I don't know if, I don't know what the thought. You'd have to go back and look and see what they were saying in Congress at the time.
Yeah. Well, he certainly died either right before or right after the Apollo landings. But let's go back and chat. Somebody put a date out there.
68 Lincoln did when he said that it was being proposed.
Okay. And the landing was 69, I believe.
It
would have been because we just had the...
Yeah, last year was something anniversary.
Well, it is interesting to think about how these coin designs come about, and it's interesting to look at a good coin design and say that makes sense why they put that in the obverse and that in the reverse. But so no, I think it's perfectly appropriate to have Eisenhower on the dollar. I think it was a great choice, and I think is the Apollo landing, the eagle on the moon, is a great design too.
I do too. The only design I ever really questioned was the guy that played on Barber. I mean,
Well,
that was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Oh.
but it's an up and coming series in drawings too. They look at 5-10 years ago what Ikes were going for and what they're going for today.
True.
I mean, they're.
But the Mint had its fair share of flops, and I don't know why the Ike didn't take off like some other coins, because I personally like it, but I guess I have a personal reason for it.
Right.
So what is the key, if somebody is a type collector, as I am, what's the key date Ike to get? This one I got from my good friend Lincoln Central. And I've always liked the bicentennials. But what's the key date Ike to have? The key composition, the key variety? What should somebody look for if they
the key variety is in my screen. The key is the 73 silver proof.
Right.
So it's the 73S silver proof Ike. That is the key date.
And is that purely because of low mintage, or is there something about its design that makes it a key date?
Mintage.
Hey, CJ. Oh, I'll see, buddy.
73 D and P are the rarest.
That was the 73
That was proof silver.
proof right there.
Yeah, the 73S silver clad, the proof was only 1 million, where the plane and the Denver was 2 million respectfully.
Only a mil. Wow. So even with high survival rates, I can see where that would be a key date. 1 million.
Well, now that was the proof. They made 73 San Francisco also in the silver business strike. That was 1.8 million.
Right. The blue packs.
I'm not sure which one this is.
Correct,
It's 73S, but I'm not sure.
That's the blue pack right there.
It'd be cameo if it was the
Yeah, it's not a cameo.
right.
Well, this in here ain't the best, but I happen to have it set in here. I don't know. Well, let me change my camera. Now I got to figure out which one it is. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't know if I can get the camera to focus. Come on, there we go.
Nice.
Now that one's not the best of, but that is one of the. That's the key right there.
Yeah.
Now that's the cameo, right? That's the proof.
That's the proof. Yeah, it's just this is one of the ones that's got the haze on it, like you were saying. It's nice to have.
Right. Yeah, I've got a couple like that.
Yeah, the back's not so bad. So
I think I have a 73 proof in my. Let me go dig up my Ike book. I have one in there. Like I know I do. Hang on a sec.
hello, CJ. Good to see you.
Lincoln, I think the day that you and I just looked at the Ike that I have, I think that was a 73S silver. Oof.
Cameo or a blue pack.
I think it's Joe. I think it's a blue pack. It wasn't a cameo.
Okay.
I'd have to pull it out. But yes, there's such a big coin when they're cameo like the one you have, Joe. There, it really stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're beautiful. They can be.
Yeah, I've got a 73 PDN S cameo.
You should have a PDSS.
Yeah.
This book just has the 73S, 73P, 73D, and the 73S, and I've got a proof in there.
Oh, so it doesn't have the proof issues.
Now this is the other one I have. This is the business strike of the S, and this one, well, I'll have to try to show you, but this is the cameo one I have right there.
Yep. See, that's the proof you got in the book.
Right, and I've got the business strike here.
What is it, Lincoln? I think it's 21 coins to do the series. I'm just guessing at that, guys.
Well, at this I see it's 6, 12, 24, 25. There's actually 25.
Okay, so that'd be 25.
And I've got the 72 P type 2, which is the king of the eye.
So then, okay, Lincoln says 27. Okay.
With the proof issues, yeah, it makes.
Now I've got the other two besides the king, but I've got them like this, raw.
Right.
But the ones in my book are just ones that in the Dansko book are the 25 that they got listed in here.
Correct, Lemon. I think they might have even made a 71. I thought I heard something about that, Travis, but I could be mistaken on that.
71 what, Robert?
71 plain or Denver with a silver planchet.
Oh,
I believe, like you said, I know they have found 2 or 3 of them. So
there's my silver right.
I threw away a lot of my old readings a long time ago.
But anyway, there you go. Put the 73.
Sorry, Robert. I did send you that. I emailed you my list, kind of.
I seen that. I just honestly haven't had it. I mean, I'd seen it. I read it. So yeah.
No problem. I had to throw it together myself. So abridged.
Yeah, it didn't look like something that Diane would mail me, but I'm okay with that.
Did it have a singing telegram with it? Ah!
Not right.
Fair one.
I mean, heck, they make nails into coins these days. So you're right. Everything or anything is possible.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But now I've learned a lot about the Ikes and I didn't know about. So that's cool. I hope people in the chat has too.
Right on. I did.
See, honestly, I didn't realize they made a 2 S's in the 73. I didn't know they made a business and a proof strike. Even though I had both of them, that was accidental.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah. How can you not know when you have them both sitting right there?
Like I said, I didn't realize until I got to really looking at it.
Maybe it's just the verbiage. Yeah, the blue and the brown.
Right.
Yep.
So I call the blue the business strike. I don't know if that's the correct verbiage for it, but
I don't know. You may probably. I don't know.
Well, I call them business strikes as well, even though they're silver.
right.
Yeah, they are 40% silver.
Yeah, blue and the brown Ikes came from 71 to 74. Then after that, you go into the bicentennial. Now, the bicentennial years, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess you got 6 coins alone in the bicentennial year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wait, 1, 2.
Well, yeah, you
You
got
have 8, I think. I'm thinking you have 8 because you got the business strike,
Oh yeah.
D, and then you got the 40% silver business. You have the proof, but you have both of those in type 1 and type 2.
right.
Exactly.
So I believe I don't know if both P and D have type 1 and type. No, they do because I've sold mint sets like that. So there's got to be 8 coins for just 76, the bicentennial year alone.
Wow.
Flip that over, Rivendell, so I can see if that's a type 1 or 2.
Sure, it's in the booklet. Let me pull it out.
Oh, okay. Well, that could be 1 or 2.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them sets in that Lincoln gave me in my safe. I didn't pull them out.
That is the type 1.
Yeah.
And is that the width of the lettering?
Correct.
Block
It's
letter.
more of a block lettering, whereas, I mean, look at my lettering on the one I've got, even though the year is so much different.
Yeah, it would be a type 2.
Yeah, Joe's got the other type, so there you go.
Yeah,
I had the light right on there.
Where is my bicentennial?
It's better with a light.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a good comparison right there. See how you got the nice block letters.
Yeah, mine are just thinner, more petite. You got the fatter block letters, and
Yours, Rivendell, was made in, actually, it was minted in 75, most likely.
Yeah, most of
I
the
see.
type 1s were, I think. From what Lincoln's told me.
the serifs on like the U really stand out on the type 2 and almost non-existent or are non-existent on the type 1 on top.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the S in states, the S is in states. It looks almost like something from a comic book, whereas yours looks very classic, I think.
The type 2, I like the type. I prefer the type 2, but I've got both. But
This one, as I said, I got this from my good friend Lincoln Central. So I guess I need to get a type 1.
yeah, I
I got a type 2.
If anybody's got any questions on the Ikes, go to Lincoln's. He just put up the link right there.
Right
To,
on.
the Ike Dollar discussion group on Facebook. It's a great source of information. I wish I was on Facebook just for that reason, but I don't do Facebook. Hey, CJ, welcome.
Yeah, and Lincoln, thanks for all that you do with that discussion group.
Right on, Lincoln. Thanks for all you do all around, man. You do a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and I appreciate him.
He does a great job modding my channel, and I've got some good mods in here, and show you one of them. But So,
Right.
Farina, Robert, I think you have a wrench.
I do.
And,
Likewise on mine, and
but usually we're up here, and Lincoln's taking care of the background for me. So I'm always up here running my mouth.
well, nothing out of the ordinary there.
Hey, you be quiet, bud.
There you go. Alden, I just took in.
I'm blue. Yeah, you're blue.
All right, gentlemen, enough jibber jabbering for me, but thank you for the invite. This is a great stream, and I learned a lot as well.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a pleasure, Rivendell. I think this might be the first time we've been on a chat together. It's been a pleasure. It really has.
I think so. Thank you.
Now, guys, in Rivendell, before you go,
Yes,
next
sir.
weekend, be here. Like I said, we're going to have a 3 giveaway time that night. You'll have a choice between my choice of a graded slab coin or a roll of 60 Ds that I've not personally gone through.
Awesome.
And
Wow.
there'll be 3 winners. And I'm going to get off here too, or I want you guys to hang around for a little bit. But Robert, when's your next auction?
My next auction will be Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have it every Wednesday and every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. And by the way, hello, CVS Carlos.
You got any of those awesome pins left there, Robert?
No, we're out of the pins. Art Ring in the RPM group, he only gave us a limited edition, limited amount. We have given all them away. However, if you stop by, be ready, folks, because CoinOp has their own pins coming out. We're just waiting for them to get from the manufacturer to our front door.
Cool.
Nice.
Rivendell, have you got anything coming up?
I don't have any coin videos coming up. Every so often, during this whole stay-at-home order, we play some fun games on the stream. And I might be doing something Thursday night, but I don't have anything set in stone.
He does some trivia and stuff sometimes. It's pretty fun.
And Joe, when is your next auction, my friend?
Wednesday night, 7 Central. Shortly after Robert Floralina's.
I recommend everybody to be at Joe's and Robert's.
Can I interrupt you for a second, Alden?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And in between, on Wednesday, between my auction and Joe Durbin's auction, me and Daniel Malone with Coin Help You, we're going to try and do something like this, a live stream chat. And they will go back and forth from CoinOp to Coin Help You. But we're going to try and do just a little bit of a coin chat in between me and Joe's auctions just to take. And we will be promoting Joe Durbin's auction that way. We figure, 2 different channels, help all the other channels if we can.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I always enjoy you and Daniel, the way you do that.
Yep.
I recommend everybody to be there for that too, because that's always a lot of fun. Daniel's a very informative guy. He's got a great channel. Check out Coins. What is it? Coins for You?
Nah, Coin Help You.
Coin Help You. That's it. Check out his channel if you've not checked it out. Daniel's a real cool dude and a good friend of CoinOp.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this, but put up the links before I close it out. All 3 of you are welcome to stick around, and we'll do a chit chat after the show. God bless, Godspeed. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms in the room.
Thank you.
How you welcome, daughter. And yeah, stay safe. God
Bye,
bless.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Happy hunting to y'all.